Hi guys, it's Sam from Creatively Sam's, and today I'm making an Easter centerpiece. I did mine all in purples and lilacs because that's the color theme for my Easter, but you can do this in any color that you want, or you can do it in multiple colors. It's a very versatile centerpiece, easy to put together, and it's actually kind of fun. So if you want to see how I did this, stay tuned. It's coming up next. Well, I got out a bunch of my florals. Since my theme this year is purple, I got out the purple roses and the purple hydrangea, some white roses, the purple ting ting, greenery, and we'll see where we're going from here. This is one of my favorite centerpieces to make at Easter. I don't know why, I just really like it. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut the greenery and get some floral tape and make the base. These were the ivy bushes that I got on my Pack of Tans haul, and I used 2 bushes, and I separated them. Like these have 2 on a stem and this has 1. So I don't want this to go any more than 18 inches long or it'll overtake my table. So I'm going to get out my 18-inch roller, and it'd probably be better to do 16, but we'll see. So I'm going to set this down so that I can judge this the way I want it. Now what I'm going to do is lay these over each other. And then I'm going to connect them together by winding them with floral tape. And I'm sure you've seen me do this before. It's so easy to do. Floral tape, if you stretch it slightly, it gets sticky on its own, or on itself rather. So you just put it around and twist and slightly pull as you twist. And you want to go down long enough so that when you put the next one on, it'll be able to catch it. But you don't want to make it too tight, like I have a space here, and that way I can bend them and shape them up the way I want them. But I'm going to make 2 exactly the same. One for each side. And then we'll be joining them in the center. So I'll be back when I'm done with the second bundle. Okay, I've got both done. And now what I'm going to do is join them in the center. And I'm measuring them, making sure they're not too long. Now I'm going to take some more floral tape. And just wrap it around the center. And this is going to make one long piece. And this is going to be your base. The base for the whole arrangement. And it can be bent and it can be shaped any way you want. If you don't have the variegated ivy, in the past I have taken plain green ivy and lightly spray painted it with white paint, and it gives it a real nice soft look. So, like I said, you can bend this and it'll make it look fuller. And I still have 4 of these that have the 2 on it. If I need to put it in here or anywhere, I have it. Okay, I'm going to shape this and I'll be back. Okay, I got it shaped the way I want it. And all I did was push some of these back and some of these forward. And I'm leaving the center open because I'm going to put a bow in there. And I'll leave a link to my 5-minute bow below. But this is the ribbon that I just got from Walmart. And I also left a couple of tails. I cut the hydrangea, so I'm just going to play with these till I decide how I like them. And I think I'm just going to use 2 of these, and I'm going to keep these for the center if I need them later. So I'm going to keep playing with the flowers and decide which ones I want where, and we'll be back. One of the things that I really like about Dollar Tree's roses is that they always have tiny rose buds in their bush, as well as the bigger ones and medium size. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start this off by putting the rose buds at the end. And then bring the medium ones in. I'm going to try and do it the opposite. Like I had the medium one up here, so I brought the other medium one down here. And the bigger one, of course, is going to go towards the center. And then the hydrangea, I'm just going to poke in here, in between. No, I'm not gluing anything. At least not yet. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the center of all these flowers. And I'm going to use the, well, first I'm going to put the ribbon tails down. And make sure they're facing upwards. And I'm just going to grab the entire thing together with the chenille stems from the bow. And then I'm going to fluff it all up, and we'll be back when I'm done with that. Okay, now I'm just spot gluing the ribbons in place. You don't need much glue, just like I said, spot glue. I did have one of these flowers that weren't, I didn't cut the stem long enough, so all I did was tape it in. And I'm not worried about the bow showing the chenille stem because we're going to add more goodies to that too. Now to give this area a little fullness, I'm going to take the hydrangea and I'm going to cut this a little shorter. And I'm going to glue it under the bow. And I'm going to repeat in the front. And that way you're bringing the colors of the hydrangea from here to your center. Remember, what you do on one side, you do on the other. And I'm going to clip one of these little flowers off of here. And you can't even tell that I did it. And I'm going to add a little glue and cover that chenille stem. And that way it looks like the hydrangea is going all the way through. And you, since this is wired, you can play with this to make it look any way you want. And now I think it needs a little glitz. And I've got the purple ting ting that I just got. And of course, let's not forget about the glitter baby breath I just got. So let me take this out of the package and get started with this. Okay, I'm just going to figure out, there's the end and here's the center, and I'm just going to cut it that long. And that's what I'm using for a measurement. And these do get tangled, and you will have lots of glitter. So I'm just going to cut about 6 of these. Okay, I have 6 cut. So all I'm going to do is add a little hot glue. Tuck this under the bow and weave it under the flowers. And I'm going to put 3 on each side. And we'll be back after I get the other side done. These are the small eggs that I got in that gigantic pack of eggs from Walmart. And they're nice enough, but I like glitter. And I have the little bunny sticks that I got. But these are a pinky purple. So I think I'm going to add a little bit of this to both of these. And I'm going to do it like I always do, with a little bit of Mod Podge. And once I get it covered, just sprinkle it with the glitter. And these have a hole in the bottom. I don't know if you can see that. But if you put a toothpick in there, you can paint the Mod Podge on it without getting your fingers all full of Mod Podge. Make sure you get the Mod Podge in that crack, and that'll keep it closed. And you can make this entire centerpiece any color you want. My theme this year is purple, so everything I'm doing is in purple. Get my piece of paper out so that I can catch the glitter. And I really love this shade of purple glitter. This is Recollections Orchid. And you could also mix the glitter with Mod Podge and paint it on that way, which is something I probably should have done because it's going to be used on the table, but I didn't. And these little bunnies. I'm not worried about the underside of these because they are going to sit like so. And what a difference that makes. Okay, so I'll be back when I'm all done with that and ready to use them in the arrangement. Okay, it's the next day. They're all nice and dry. So I'm going to set these aside and decide where I'm going to put them. Okay, I think I'm going to use these eggs to fill in some bare spots, and I'm just going to glue them to the leaves. Okay, I used all 6, and I have 1 at the end and 2 on either side of the bow. Now for the little bunny. I'm just going to clip this stick off. And chances are I'm only going to use 2. And I think I'm going to put them right behind the ribbon, so it's kind of in between. But yeah, I'm going to load this up with glue just so he stays flat. And this is almost done. I'm just going to add a little, I think, the baby breath to lighten this up just a little bit. Okay, I cut a bunch of pieces of baby breath, the glitter baby breath. If you don't have glitter, you can use regular baby breath. You can use just anything you want. I mean, you got to make this yours. I'm just showing you what I do. But I'm cutting tiny pieces, and I'm going to make little bouquets. And then I'm just going to add a little glue to the bottom. And this is going to get tucked in and around just to lighten it up. Okay, I'll be back when I'm done with that. Okay, I got all the baby breath in, and I decided to put another bunny in the center on top of the bow. I tried to put baby breath around all of the eggs and the little bunnies, as well as one thing that I learned when I was a floral designer is when you use this kind of baby breath, you want to put it inside the flowers. And it gives it so much dimension, it's amazing. Okay, this is just about done. There's only one other thing that I want to add to it. These are the candle holders from the Dollar Tree. They come in 3 different sizes, so I have 5 of them. And I'm going to use lilac candles just to add more of my purple. Okay, these candles come in a silver holder, and a lot of times when you take the candle out of the holder, the wick will come out. So one of the easiest ways that I know to make it stay is to put some hot glue in there, put this back in, and just wait for it to cool. The hot glue melts the wax and it makes it stay. And there you go, it's not going to fall in. So I'm going to put the candles in here and show you how I'm going to arrange it. Once this goes on the table, I take the tall one and put it in the back. And then the next size down goes in the front, in between the flowers and eggs and everything. And then the tiny ones I just tuck to the outside. And when this is lit, all of this glitter just reflects like crazy, and it's actually a very impressive centerpiece. This could very easily be used on a wedding table, for baby showers. The possibilities are really endless. All you have to do is change up the colors to go with whatever theme you're doing. So if you like what you saw, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and happy creating, everyone.